Right.
I'm listening.
Um.
All right, let me see.
Right.
I'll go.
Right. 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 I've just said yes to like everything he's asked, but you seem to be dropping a few frames. Also need to set up my Lapidee top. How I want it. Hello, by the way. Yes, I'm streaming. Streaming some more Forgotten City. It's a quick after work stream today. Wicked. So let's go. Let's like finish out this game. We shan't be too far off the end, I don't think. I think hour-wise we're actually a fair old amount into it. Is that a lot of drop framed or not? I might have to need to like look at my streaming settings. Anyhow, right. So, before we go and speak to Galerius, let's actually have a look at what we want to do. Equatia said I might be able to confront and overpower the god of the underworld, but first I'll need to restore all 4 missing plaques to his obelisk. I can ask the gods to help me to escape. Right. I'm still not 100% sure who is going to do all, break the golden rule. We can tell Sentius about the assassin. That might be worth doing. So I'd be interested in seeing what he says. And I can create a time paradox. Right, what of these? I think one of the key things we need to do is actually go and start exploring some of the cisterns. Greek plaque, Roman plaque, gilding. Because I need to speak to Nivea as well. Yeah, we seem to have some alright dirt on Malleolus, but no way of actually proving it at the moment. But we're aware that this man is not a good man. Right, we can search. I'd like to figure out the Virgil's harassment. Is there anything we want to tell Galerius to do at this stage?
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that?
I need you to take care of some things urgently. Julia's crying.
Julia?
I need you to stop Fabio entering the empty shrine. Ulpius is about to throw him. Oh. So that costs money each time. How much money do we have? Okay, we're getting low. I'm going to actually reload. And for now, not save those two. Because I kind of... Yes, I want them to be saved in our end run. But at this moment in time... we've got everything we can out of that, I believe. Unless there's something in that quest line I've not followed to the end. No problem. See you again later. Right. So yeah, let's do a bit of research into this Virgil bullying. Because I'm kind of interested in that one. I believe all of...
Malleolus for a free drink at my tavern.
All of the guard peoples live up here. Banner, Roman shield. So it's Horatius. Love some fermented fish sauce. This guy really loves his fermented fish sauce. But I cannot see any evidence of anything wrong there. I also don't have a clear idea of which one's which of these guys, so let's just keep kind of like poking and see what happens. Poem by Galerius. My life has been torturous. Da, 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 da. Okay. Oh, Galerius is the what's called guy. He's not one of the legions. Oh, the game has frozen hard.
Ixion turns.
A model of an arena. Okay, Virgil's not one of our targets of Inquisition. As I say, I don't feel like I've been up there, but I've definitely seen that statue before. It's a problem when you don't play for a couple of weeks. Things can be forgotten. Livia. Nivea. Livia and Nivea. I'm guessing Julius.
Ixion turns. Cerberus lifts his triple head
Shh.
and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
Domitius.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again.
We know, we know.
In a world of your own.
We know everyone here is, what's it called? Right. So, my hunt for Virgil's stuff is not turned anything up at the moment. Oh, Kabash. Curti. Lucretia about the dreams I've been having. She said it might help with the divine meaning if I wrote them down. The man in the river was there as always, his face shadowed in shadow from the peculiar ram headdress. Yeah, we know who Curti is. We're not finding what is going on here. We'll leave those gold people to do their gold thing.
Handsome.
I wonder if there's a room we're missing. Oh,
You
Ah.
stay away from my money.
I've already stole it once. So, that means
Melodies fetch again.
I want to go into the cisterns and such and go and explore those for today, I think. Because we have a bow, which is allegedly important, and we have our torch. Ah, this is where we are. We're in the auditorium. Yeah, because it's Dooley's got the key to the cistern, hasn't he? So if we can get him free, that's one way in. But there's also underneath Malleolus's house, and I don't remember fully exploring there. So let's go have a nosy.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
No, no, of course not, Domitius. I know about your creature. Don't worry about me.
Well, it's your funeral.
I feel like this is the next stage of our research, though. Into what is going on. Oh. I was not expecting the creature to be here that quickly. There's some fairly goofy combat. Peeled statue. That's rather gross. Because we know there are people underneath there. So this is why I wonder if you bring your gun in, the use of that. What's going on down there? The young Roman man posed as if beckoning others to safety. Whatever has happened down there is not good. I wonder if like a stealth attack is in Skyrim or Oblivion is of use or not. Some coins, a lunar pendant, Latin inscription which reads "Send dear death," which I have no idea what that means. It's one of those sorts of games where you kind of just want to pocket everything and hope later to figure it out and place what is going on. Oh, more arrows. Some more coins and a crushed creature. An emaciated human-like creature splattered in gold. It appears to have been crushed to death while entering the system from the cave beyond. I have to say, whatever's going on in there, it's not good, is it? It's like the barrier of hell being broken down or something. Right, yeah, we've seen everything we need to over there, so... Amphora. Amphora. Amphora? I think we might have explored what we've got to see around here without getting the key off Dooley. And to do that we need to actually go and rig the election. Which I'm fine doing, you know. I just haven't quite figured out how to do it yet. Right. Yeah, I think we've seen what we can see in here. So, to go and rig an election. Yes, we came down this way, didn't we? Yeah. Cool. I was kind of hoping for more, in all honesty. I've seen if he says anything over the fact that he mentions anything about the creature. Are you the one threatening Virgil?
Do I seem like anonymous threats in my style?
Yeah, fair enough.
Whatever. Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed?
You're trying to goad me into an argument. It won't work. I'm stone, remember?
Where's Sentius?
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare.
Yeah.
We're finally alone. I assume you already...
We've had the conversation before.
I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Is that about right? If so...
I couldn't stop it from broken.
Seems rather brash. course.
Let's
What
speak
is it?
about who's going to break the golden rule.
Well, if you stop, allow me the crux of it to illustrate. If you match the same, if either, so the excellent. It looks like you'll ask.
What counts as a sin here? Do you have any suspects? Why can't you investigate? How's the ritual event?
Good.
Not really got anything. I thought I could tell him about the thing. The assassin.
I'll be waiting.
Nope, apparently not. So, what's our next plan then? Divine intervention. Speak to Aquatia about appealing to the gods for help, because that seems interesting as well. This whole idea of taking on the god of like death with by gathering these tablets is less interesting. So let's go speak to Aquatia about this. Also, he's the other guy who wears armor, so let's speak to him about Virgil as well.
What is it, citizen?
Horatius. Are you the one threatening
What?
Virgil?
Absolutely not. I know someone's been threatening him, and I'm not happy about it. But I can assure you, it isn't me.
I'm just googling something quickly. Right, so fair enough.
All right?
I feel like I need to push him a little further on that to actually get an answer, but I'm not super eager on that. Virtuous man. So Galerius will run for magistrate if Malleolus drops out. And I feel like to get Malleolus to drop out we need some more information. So yeah, it says there I can find a creative way into the upper cistern. I wonder.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
I have an idea.
Name's Rufius.
Are you the one threatening
No
Virgil?
idea what you're talking about? Yeah?
Okay.
Whatever.
I think it was Rufius. We can find that out later though. Where are the bogs? They're up here, aren't they? I feel like if there's a creative way to do it, it'll have something to do with this. Either that, it would be the water systems underneath, wouldn't it? Because we've already seen that there's, like, there was all those statues dropped at the bottom. Okay, so that plan's not worked. So let's go speak to Aquatia. I want to see and get her help with the gods thing if I can. I wish there was like a mini map of, alright, okay, where is everyone? Would make life easier. I'm just looking, just making sure we're not missing something tucked away. It's interesting because I think I've turned off some of the level of the guidance with the game, and I might actually turn that back on. Allow that. Allow some of the hints. It's one of those things. I think if I was playing this not on a stream or anything like that, I would be happier spending some time with some of this stuff and trying to figure it out on my own. But when you're kind of on a stream, you want to at least try and figure stuff out and move things forward. So what happens when I track this? Okay, so there's still like it's not a tell-all sort of thing. There's still stuff of like figure stuff out yourself. So we're tracking that, and that takes us to the rooms. Okay, right. Figuring out systems that the game tells you about thousands of hours ago, not thousands, but hours ago, on the basis of the fact that we've not used them. But we're getting there. Yeah, we've done this. I suppose the only thing is we could look at what's how someone's drawing the graffiti. Is it done in a certain way? Dice tower. You know, is there a tool for it, or something that's in a specific person's place? I mean, is it drawn out a fish sauce? Then we can kind of guess it's this person's home. Gracious. Is this Rufius? Incomplete note. Ah, right, so there's the evidence we're on about. Let's go and confront him. Okay. And then hopefully we can use this to sort of move forward with various bits and bobs. Yeah, I'm kind of in experiment and continue to get some information mode. Hello, Rufius.
You again.
Yep. Are you the one threatening Virgil?
No idea what you're talking about.
I know it was you. I found an incomplete letter to him in your quarters.
Yes, so what? What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to ask you to stop threatening him.
Why should I? The one true God says that for man to lie with another man is an abomination. His presence here is a threat to us all.
If that's true, why hasn't the golden rule been broken already?
Well, I don't know. Maybe God hasn't noticed yet. But when he does, we're going to have a problem.
Well, the golden rule doesn't work like that. Seems that to me your agitation is a bigger threat than Virgil's personal affairs. The gods of Rome don't care about homosexuality, so why do they care about Virgil?
There is only one true God.
Ah, he be a Christian.
Laid waste to Sodom and Gomorrah because of exactly this kind of thing.
How do you think the magistrate would react if he knew you were a cultist, or do unto others as they would do unto you? The top
I am
one.
doing that. If I was about to get everyone else killed, I would want someone to stop me.
How do you think the magistrate would react if he knew you were a cultist?
Where this is going.
Leave Virgil alone.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And unless you want your jaw broken, I think it's best if you don't ever talk to me again.
So bribery is an allowed thing. What happens if we tell Virgil? Imagine being in the afterlife and spending all your time like harassing someone.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, help out with, but you... Well, Malleolus is talking. My vote isn't for... Nice to talk.
Okay. Let's talk to Aquatia and see if she's got any guidance on how we can request help from the gods.
I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Can I ask you some questions about escaping the underworld?
I beg your pardon?
Livia is right. We're in the underworld. Oh, have I not told her that yet?
Oh my. That is... Let's see. If that is... We don't have much to go on. Except Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus.
Yeah, we've had this
Hercules
conversation.
was able to leave the underworld because he cowed. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide. So it seems you have two options.
Confront
Confront
or find help.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided. The problem is, those are the first Proserpina. It said, the god of... It is. If the
I'm sure we've
source-
gone through all this.
The problem is, how do we communicate with... Leaving that aside for a moment, there is... Truly. Then again, can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? Fascinating. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for... Tell me.
Wade against the current. We've got to go up the river.
That is strange.
Oh, there's no rivers.
There are no rivers here. Let me think on that.
Perhaps I need to get into the upper cistern.
Right. Because the current flows into the city through the aqueduct and into the upper cistern. I vaguely recall wondering what was in there, but the door at the back of the great temple is locked up tight. You might be able to get a key from the magistrate, but if that doesn't work, perhaps you can find another way in. Let me know if you find anything in there.
Let's speak to Sentius then.
May Fortuna guide you.
Okay, we have forward momentum again. It's the problem with games that focus on like knowledge as a primary way of moving forward is when you haven't got the knowledge, you can feel like you're kind of doing nothing. Hello, Sentius.
Ah, you've returned.
May I have the key to the upper cistern?
I think it's best if I hang on to it.
Why?
You mean to ask, why am I unwilling to trust a newly arrived non-citizen with access to our water supply, the lifeblood of this city?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but that is simply out of the question.
I think you're hiding something. I have nothing to back this up, but...
Yes, our water supply. From you. I wasn't born yesterday. Poisoning a city's water supply is the oldest trick in the Codex. Quite literally. Aeneas the Tactician wrote a siegecraft manual for military, and I'm beginning to wonder if the culprit will...
Have we done much this turn? I kind of want to push the issue.
I doubt that very much, since I'll be keeping the key around my neck at all times from now on. Thank you.
Okay, nothing with that. Find a creative way. See, if I knew where the door was, I think that would be a decent starting place to try and figure out.
So you survived the cistern. Probably just a stroke of fortuna. Don't get cocky.
That's a cistern door. Oh, it's up by the temple, isn't it?
Isn't
Fear
the good
is
keeping
proof
an eye
of
on
a
things?
degenerate mind.
I believe it's up here. By that one, though. You know when rigging an election feels like a lot like hard work. The tears run through the city. Okay, so that's the upper cistern. I think my quest log might be updating a little bit from all the from the time that I haven't had the quest log on. Right, so then election time. I still feel like I should be able to push that assassin thing. The way it's so like heavily signalled there. I should be able to go to Sentius and go, come on dude. What's going on with this?
Keep an eye out for something.
Also, like, that's the other interesting thing about this. I can't decide if this is a decision that I have to make, or if it's something that I can play around with the system.
Of course. Yeah.
Domitius, Galerius, Sentius, Sentia, Rufius.
Why do you say that?
Let's try that.
Then you'd better find a way to make him back down, hadn't you? I'm quite sure you're capable of containing that half-wit. Go and do it. Good, thank you.
So I think that's going to work like a series of quests that I have to finish all of. Where is he? Oh, I've not selected it. Right, Rufius.
Isn't
Fear
the
is
great
proof
temple
of a
majestic?
degenerate mind.
I am also going to drop a save because I know this game loves to transport you quite far back when you die.
I have nothing to say.
Oh. Well, perhaps we have to have that conversation another day. I wonder if the Assassin's Note links Malleolus to Quintius. This game really is just a constant chasing up of little bits. I'll get right on it. Do not go in there. Just trust me. We've done this before.
stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus. Otherwise... Thank you.
Saw him in the shrine. Go on. An assassin walking with purpose. I like the way he carries on walking in there, and even though there's clearly no one in there.
Curse you, cultist.
I need more arrows. So, we now have a note. Is that enough? Do we want to turn it into Sentius or into Malleolus? If I do it to Malleolus, I might be able to bribe him, but then I'll need to get past Domitius, which costs money. Oh, I have a key, so that carries on working.
Thank you. Thank you. Domitius doesn't use...
I want you to withdraw from the election.
Are you insane? You barge into my villa uninvited and then make outrageous demands?
Yes, yes.
Why?
So you're Quintius.
My name is Marcus
Description in this execution order from Emperor Nero.
You mean and I'm hardly the only person with... I like to think it is... Unlikely, because it's simply... I trust...
Not enough to... Not enough evidence. See, I wondered if the note would be evidence enough for what we needed, but it appears not. And I'm fairly sure we've been through these rooms. Man keeps wife locked upstairs, but that's no issue, apparently. Various suicide notes. God, literally 2 of them. This man is rotten. I mean, what would prove as evidence of him being Quintius? I have a feeling the assassin's note is, like, enough, surely. I wonder if we can get this rat.
I'm not so...
Can we talk? How would you like some help getting back at Malleolus? Here we go.
Go on.
I don't think Malleolus is who he says he is.
Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look.
Thank you.
What makes you say that?
Just a hunch. I was hoping we could figure out his true identity together.
You know, I may have the very thing...
Very good, Claudia. Very good.
Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own.
Very unusual. I wonder why.
He stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
Oh, no reason. I want to force him to withdraw from the election.
Withdraw? Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out of here at once.
Oh.
Domitius, come quickly. We're being...
I mean...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I hope I haven't just like ruined our chances, but that 2,000 denarius was very much of interest, shall we say. Plus, I now know like the run home like safely enough. Plus, you can use the audio cues to dodge the game. Oh, it'd be chugging. Yeah, you can use the audio cues to dodge the Furies. Yes, yes, Galerius.
Salve, friend. Mind telling...
Oh.
Yulia.
Fabio entering the empty shine, tell the new
Alright, let me see. I'll go.
I just don't want to pay off the debts yet. We've done it once. Right, so I wonder if we can turn to Aurelia in, because I've not spoken to her since the first time through.
I'm so glad you decided. And I hope I'm not. There's a light.
And you're as charming as you are beautiful.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong.
What, you came on to me?
Let's just forget that ever happened.
I'm looking for Kabash. Have you seen him?
Not for a few weeks now. Last time I saw him, he was sitting at a table with Georgius, whispering about some job. I remember because they kept looking over their shoulders as if they didn't want anyone else to know. So, naturally, I hovered. The one word I kept hearing was vanishing, and then, the next day, Kabash just disappeared.
Interesting.
All right.
Right, Olivia. Let's go speak to Georgius about this job. I feel like I have a real tendency in this game and these types of games to like follow what's currently intriguing to me, and that does mean I tend to very much have a playstyle of just being everywhere and trying everything out all at once.
I don't understand. How did... Never mind.
Hi, Georgius.
Greetings. I'm Georgius.
I can hear the thing collapsing in the background very loudly. I'm looking for Kabash.
I knew this day would come. I do not wish to lie to you, my friend, but even discussing this matter is dangerous. Please, let us leave the live coals safely beneath the ash.
You can trust me, we foreigners have to stick together, remember?
Very well, but the magistrate would not look kindly upon this, so please keep it to yourself. For several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the temple of Demeter. Each day, I leave offerings of food in the hope that we may have a bountiful harvest. And
yes, I know why that is happening. How strange.
So I ask, who or what is devouring the food in this temple? Stranger still. Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. But do you know what I saw?
I have no idea.
Nothing. Nobody entered. And yet when I went to take a look, my offering was gone. It is bizarre, is it not?
So I've already like kind of done this.
He offered to help investigate. He went in, and to my dismay, he was never
Did we
seen
fully
again.
explore down in there?
I do not think you should pursue this, my friend, but you do not strike me.
I just want to make sure that I haven't like doubly missed on something.
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you, but in fact, if I didn't know... You've given me an idea for us then. You enter the shrine, extinct, but make no mistake, this is, in my experience, all the... Now. So. Are you Ugh.
Oh, I will follow that lead. I forgot about the heist, to be fair. Temple of Demeter is this one, isn't it? Surely it doesn't take someone who's like particularly smart to have to find that entrance there, but you know. Yes, there's a door down here, isn't there? Is it one that's locked? And what happened to Kabash?
A visitor. Welcome.
We've had this conversation. You can explain the excitation of power required to create utopia will always result in tyranny.
I was indeed, but
I'm caught in a time loop.
that's a relief. I enjoyed our chat.
Oh, very good. This door. Oh, this is the Egyptian plaque. End of the philosopher. Surely if death, like Hades, has people trapped in like this underworld and allowed to disappear, you must be curious. These are the moments I like the most in this game. The archaeologist moments when you're exploring like these tombs or these areas that are, kind of feel uninhabited with a torch. I suppose that's what was good about Oblivion and Skyrim though. They were like some of my favourite moments in that as well. I hear you. Just going for the headshot. God, I've not done first-person shooting on a controller for a minute. Been playing Evil Within 2, which is an excellent, excellent game. But, oh, Senate. Yes, I've heard of that game. Yeah, that's all first-person shooter. So, Egyptian vase. Very cool that this is built up to be Egyptian to start with. We know what it's doing here. Has the music changed slightly? I'm not sure if it has, but that's a cool little bit. Oh, this is really cool. I wonder what the... Okay, headshots rule. There we go. I wonder where the need to add combat into this game came from, because I think it's a... Oh, what have I done here? Put on some weird filter. What was it, like 14? There we go. Yeah, it doesn't strike me as a game that benefits too much from combat being a component of it. But I suppose it's like, it changes up what you can do for a second. You know, when the moment to moment is just talking to people and wandering around, there is sort of a definite amount of that can happen. Whereas you throw some combat in there as a bit of spiciness. Egyptian plaque, which translates to "the many shall suffer for the sins of the one." Familiar. They definitely have the same sort of ragdoll effects that I fondly remember from these games. There's something very creepy about being surrounded by golden statues and then having some of them move. Trying to remember which button's the jump button. Isn't so to not like just throw myself off a cliff. Do you think this is very cool? I thought that was the plaque we needed. Kabash.
Stop. Do not come any closer. Who are you?
I'm Marabou. Who are you?
I am Kabash. And let me guess. Another Greco-Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors.
Nope. I'm just looking for an Egyptian plaque.
To what end?
I want to return it to the obelisk.
That is welcome news. You really are not Greco-Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it and restore the honor of Osiris.
Hieroglyphic inscription: Osiris, Lord of Silence. Thanks.
Now, as for the other plaque.
The fourth plaque, you know about that.
I have it right here. I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit, and there it was.
May I have it?
You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it.
Why?
Because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
How so?
I will tell you, but first, do you know what this place is?
The Duat?
Indeed, and I see you know our history. This is the Duat.
I don't know what a Duat is.
Come of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story, and here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers, but instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found
the history of the ancient world,
the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it removing his name and replacing it with Hades. Even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron. As if that desecration was not enough, they built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld, so that ours was forgotten. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle began anew.
I can see why you've been happy about the Greeks and Romans.
I am glad to hear it. Which brings me to this other, fourth plaque. It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the...
But if that's so, does history not repeat itself?
It would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who...
I mean, that's one of the truths of being a man, man.
And that my people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us. But this, I cannot accept. I sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more.
What does the inscription say?
You will never know. This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into the black abyss below in Osiris's name.
Please don't.
You are too late. It is done.
Now I'm going to have to go in and get it.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
We'll see. First I have some questions of you.
If it will help you to see reason, then ask.
What's your story?
I am from Rakotis, which you may know as Alexandria, the name of the city the Greeks built over it. I was a fisherman, like my father before me. Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome.
I do think this is my favourite moment of this game, is when you're exploring something or finding new information.
I terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs. I awoke on the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was Kerti, and at the time, I simply thought him odd.
I too think the traveller across the river Styx is a bit of a weirdo.
The ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead.
Do you know a way out of here?
This is where I belong, as caretaker of the memories of my people. If our ways are to be remembered...
Dude, you have no idea of if, like, knowledge is passed between people in the afterlife. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
If someone is to break the Golden Rule, it will not be me. For I try to live as I always have, by the command of the goddess Ma'at.
At some point, it does almost... Oh, I know.
That will come from it. I finally understand why it has long been said among my people.
At some points, the game does feel a bit like the developers are like, we read history books, and look, you look at us, look at the writing, it's from history. What do you think's down there?
I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? All I know is...
That just makes me want to go down there even more.
Everyone so contrary where you are from.
I'll be going now.
Good. Wait.
Definitely.
You would plunge in...
Oh, I actually didn't mean to do that. Ah, Sumerian. I was curious about who this last plaque was. And now we have that, and we're in the depths of the Sumerian underworld, layered on top of each other. I'm going to end it because this is an after work stream, and after work streams ain't going to last long because they're after work, and I'm now tired and need to eat some food. So yeah, they'll be about an hour long whenever I do them, and I'm not sure how often that will be, but it will be frequently or semi-frequently. Brilliant, fantastic. Hopefully we'll get this game done soon. Next game, I believe I'm going to aim to be Cruelty Squad, but we'll see because I'm trying to weigh it up because Weird West is out at the end of this month, and like that's actually the one I'm kind of looking forward to. So we'll see. Right, bye. I said bye.